evening, everyone. Merry Christmas from 𝕰🠧 and myself, Community Manager Korean. I'm wearing red because it's Christmas. No matter where you are, though, I'm sure you're probably celebrating Christmas in some way or some other way. Or, yeah, you should be spending time with family. Or if you can't be spending time with family, you could be here listening to what's been happening with crypto this week. And a lot of stuff has been going on as usual because even on Christmas, crypto never sleeps. So we've got a bit of a shorter show this week. And as usual with what happened in crypto this week, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the CoinMarketCap price action and see what's going on. Then we're going to go into a few news stories. We don't have too many news stories today. And that's purposely because I want to keep this short. It is the holiday weekend, right? Starting from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm technically off this weekend, but I got to do something for you guys. Keep the podcast going, keep the YouTube channel going. This is what we're going to do. I have some ideas for videos coming up, actually, but we'll talk about that at a later stage. So let's dive into the CoinMarketCap action. Now, as you can see, everything is experiencing what's called in the next news article a Christmas rally. Bitcoin is up, Ethereum is up, Solana is up. Of course, stablecoins are stable. All good news here. 7-day price action on Bitcoin, right? We finally got over $50,000. Ethereum is back over $4,000. BNB is back like over 440 or 430. Everything's going back up. Solana is still under 200. Cardano is still not where it used to be, but it's definitely done a lot better. XRP up 10% in the last week or so. Luna leading the charge up. You can see this number over here, 41.79%. That is crazy impressive, right? Polkadot up 11%, still not as high as it used to be. AVAX still holding above $110, very impressive. Doge, today I saw this news that they released a roadmap for the future, the first ever for Dogecoin. Shiba back up to 37. Matic holding steady at $2.51 at the moment. CRO at 0.64, and then that's where it is at the moment. So really good. Everyone's happy. I think everyone's pretty much accepted. We're not going to see the infamous $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. But I was watching CNBC, and maybe you guys saw that as well. I got to start adding some clips like Anthony Pompliano. He still expects 100K Bitcoin in 2022. He said the first quarter of 2022, whether that's going to happen or not, who knows, but interesting predictions. And a lot of people come to the conclusion that just because we didn't see 100K Bitcoin this year doesn't mean it's not going to happen. There's a lot of complicating factors, and we talked about this on previous episodes, that there's retail is involved, whales are suppressing the price. You can take your pick at what theory you want to believe as to why the price is the way it is. But anyway, let's move on to the first story of today. And let's go all the way back to the top. Cardano, Polkadot advance as crypto market rallies ahead of Christmas. So this is from December 24th, probably about a good 12 hours ago. Thin liquidity leading to the holiday season led to a brief revival of most cryptocurrencies. A Santa rally, I like that term, ahead of Christmas gripped crypto markets on Friday, with most large cap coins showing gains over 24 hours. Great, you can see the chart over there. Bitcoin volumes by exchange. And lists all the exchanges over here. Of course, Binance being the largest exchange in the world, and definitely a lot of volume going on there. Then it says the rally in crypto markets from Thursday to Friday morning was led by Luna, the native token of decentralized payments network Terra, which jumped to over $100 in Asian hours on Friday. That's my hours. And then they mentioned, though, that RSI turns overbought on Bitcoin. Basically, what that means is that Bitcoin is overvalued according to RSI, which is a technical indicator, and that this means that the price might go down. Again, I say this lots of times on the show, not financial advice. You guys should definitely have a look at this yourselves. Futures for Ether saw over 32 million in liquidations, while traders of Luna and Sand took hits of 8 million. Let's move on to the next story. So this is a really cool article. It says what the top crypto execs predict for the industry in 2022, regulation and a big tech brain drain. It is a long article, so I hope you guys give it a look because it's definitely worth supporting the website and CNBC and the writer in particular. So this is from FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried. He said there will be substantial fleshing out of the crypto regulatory systems over the next few years. Most banks have effectively decided internally will they be entering the crypto ecosystem, but how and when they do it is going to depend a lot on the details of regulatory structure. I just saw another news item today or from this week. Japan has put together some crypto regulation because it is coming up to the end of the tax year. And so Japanese tax regulation is going to be about crypto and crypto companies. So crypto companies in Japan are like, oh no, we have to pay tax. And so we're going to leave. And again, I think crypto regulation brings a sense of sanity to a lot of retail investors and regular people as well. Lots of people haven't gotten into crypto just because it's dangerous, right? Dangerous for them, and they feel it's dangerous and they feel it's too volatile. That's why they haven't gotten yet. So I'm all for regulation. I hope crypto companies will stay in their respective countries and encourage crypto, because when companies leave their respective countries, that means that crypto, the adoption of crypto slows down in that particular country. Circle's CEO, Jeremy Allaire, he says, even in an environment where the Fed raises interest rates, investors and businesses will be hungry for the high yield opportunities offered through digital assets. And you guys know, we've talked about this before. We've talked about Vulse on Addy in our Last Week in Pico series. It mentions triple digit yields, 100%, 200%. We talked about Olympus DAO in an episode with my coworker Jack, and the quadruple digit or quintuple digit interest yields. So all that stuff is really good. And of course, if you're running a hedge fund or you're running some kind of pension scheme or something, you're trying to generate earnings for the people who have invested in your scheme. And some of the best ways to do that is to have some kind of Bitcoin. Okay, and then Bitfury CEO and former head of OCC, Brian Brooks, he mentions retail adoption is there and will continue to accelerate, but for those established Wall Street firms and other financial services companies that are not already involved in the crypto ecosystem, it is a matter of when, not if. So I like that. I think that is a bit too forward thinking. I think still a lot of companies moving into 2022 are still going to be like, if or should they get involved into crypto? And when is another story altogether. But I think, again, really, really cool. And I totally agree with the sentiment of there being an acceleration in the way that companies adopt or get into crypto, or whether you're a store and you're accepting crypto payments, or whether you're an ATM maker in other countries and you're just like, okay, I'm going to include Bitcoin payments or other stuff in my ATMs, or whether you're a company and you allow your employees to receive their earnings in Bitcoin. I think all of that is definitely going to happen. Paxa CEO Charles Cascarilla, big tech and financial players like Venmo, Interactive Brokers, and Mercado Libre entered crypto in 2021. There'll be even more and bigger players to join the onslaught next year. Totally agree with that. Okay, a lot more stories. Definitely check out the article by yourself because it is a well-written, very fun article. All right, next, moving on to this story. Pro-Bitcoin senator to introduce comprehensive crypto bill in U.S. from 7 hours ago. So you guys probably know this lady. U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis is reportedly preparing to introduce a comprehensive crypto bill next year. Now, the key portion is here in this green highlight. The bill will provide clear guidance and will also establish a framework to regulate stablecoins, a senior aide for the senator told the news outlet. In addition, it will propose creating a new entity to oversee the crypto market that will operate under the joint jurisdiction of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, and the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. I think this is a fantastic idea. Like I just said in the previous story, I'm all for regulation. Cynthia Lummis owns 2 Bitcoin. I remember seeing the highlights, so that is a good 100K. And I think she sees both sides of the coin. She sees what regulation is trying to do, and she sees what crypto companies want, which is freedom to grow, freedom to try new things, freedom to experiment and provide extra value to people. And again, really cool. The problem with stuff like this, right? Somebody can come up with it, but doesn't mean everyone's going to agree with it. There are a lot of pro-crypto, I wouldn't say a lot. There are a fair number of pro-crypto senators in the states at the moment. Also a fair number of congressmen as well, of course. There's still not enough people who I think would push this through on the Senate side, push this through on the Congress side, and then President Biden would have to sign the bill. And his stance on crypto is not very clear, to me at least anyway. Okay, and let's move on to the next part of the story, which is Radioshack, right? Oh my God. So I lived in America from the 2000s. Radioshack was awesome. Zombie brand Radioshack, this is from The Verge, is launching a crypto market for the older generation. Radioshack and Radioshack alone can bridge the gap, by Eddie Robertson. Okay, so basically Radioshack is pitching the idea that they said that they are the best people positioned to bring in older companies, bring in older consumers to say, hey, crypto is really cool. You guys should give it a go. And here's the highlighted portion I got you for you guys today. Is Radioshack's argument is basically that as a very old brand, it is primed to sell old CEOs on cryptocurrency. Too many cryptocurrency companies focused on speculation and not enough on making the old school customer feel comfortable. The company website states, claiming that the average decision-making corporate CEO is 68 years old. Okay, I don't disagree with that. And definitely I agree with the comfortable part, because so many people have expressed to me in a wide age group starting from their 20s going all the way up right to 60s. They're just not comfortable. And I've expressed some of these reasons before. Crypto is volatile. Crypto is fake money. Crypto is magic internet money, which apparently is a coin that I just found out this week, MIM. And then Radioshack mentions as well, Radioshack has a somewhat clearer plan for its project. Its site is notably short on reasons why the average current or former Radioshack customer should want to use cryptocurrency. But for now, the goal is apparently to get other companies on board by trading on a well-known name. You guys tell me, are you listening to this episode? Comment to Telegram, comment to Discord, send me an email, korean@𝕰𝕰.com, tweet at me, 𝕰𝕰_Korean. Would you invest in crypto because Radioshack was telling you to invest it or suggesting for you to invest in crypto? Does that matter? Okay, and then to end of today's show, I want to do something different. I want to check out crypto Twitter, which is pretty much what all my Twitter feed is right there. There's my Twitter name. So we're going to go over to some stories as well. Forbes Crypto in 2021, we saw the Great Resignation. A record 4.4 million Americans left their jobs in September alone. As those workers find new ways of making ends meet, many will knowingly or not look for the values and culture found in Web3. Okay. So Web3 is all part of crypto and an interesting part. And I think the Great Resignation is sort of one of the things that's propelling a lot of people into crypto as another way to make money. And let's keep going down. Star Sharks, another sort of Binance gamey project. Bored Ape Bot, right? Bored Ape 7823 sold 58.5 ETH. That is expensive prices. That would be $2.4 million almost, roughly. Polkadot as well. A parachain is like a blockchain on steroids. Sean Tabrizi, Polkadot core developer. Really, really cool. I would watch this if we weren't doing a podcast or a video at the moment. Okay, and there's a lot of another Bored Ape Dog 90 was purchased for 3.9 ETH. That's really cool. Gate.io. Chemical Brothers, of course, you're going to see a lot of Christmas stuff at the moment because, of course, it's Christmas when I'm shooting this, and it's just Christmas. Everyone's waking up for Christmas in the States. And there's this one breaking news. Patriots QB Mac Jones 10 uses Swan Bitcoin to gift his teammates Bitcoin for Christmas. That is really, really cool. And I saw people have been mentioning that like Bitcoin would be a great Christmas gift. And I got to think about that for 2022 to give some gifts to friends and stuff. Okay, and then let's move down. All right, Ryan Selkis. Black investors own crypto 2 times as frequently as white investors. LGBTQ investors own crypto 2 times as frequently as straight investors. I wonder how they all feel about 3 cis straight white progressives, Gensler, Warren, Yellen, crippling their investments. 23% of African... Okay, this is from Dame, but that's interesting. Okay, and it would make sense. I would say, especially for people of color, we might actually be in a less stable financial position than other people. And so it makes sense that people of color would invest in crypto more often than other people. Fear index at 41. TradFi effectively closed till the new year to hear another bearish COVID inflation taper and the China headline for the next few days. Pretty neutral sentiment with lots of net shorts built up in the range. Interesting. Okay, so interesting news on the Twitterverse. If you guys enjoy that, and let's end off today's show with crypto has changed my life from Reddit cryptocurrency. After so many years, I finally made it. I am officially debt-free. Because of university and other personal troubles, aka kids, I struggled to keep my finances in a solid state. So when months and years went by and my debts rose, and as a person who always needs an organized lifestyle and plain surroundings, my fear of the future climbed in correlation with my financial situation. As I reflected on how to regulate my problem, I stumbled across the world of magic internet money, what I just talked about. And as soon as I started to read more about this topic, I got more and more excited. For me, this seemed to be my only chance to survive. And again, my actual attitude, I went all in. I put 85% of my investment in Matic, and that was around February when the price was at 0.05 cents. And yesterday, I sold everything. And you know what? I am explicative debt-free now. There are no more people who are allowed to claim my money from me. I'm finally free. All the dust, all the tears are gone. I understand if someone criticizes that it's the tech that counts and people who are in it for the money are just crazy apes who want to get rich as possible, but try to wear my shoes for a second. I can breathe again without this pain in my chest of failing my life. And I know that some of you might think, and yes, I could have huddled until I was filthy rich, but that doesn't matter for me. Finally, I feel like a human being again, without the chains of debt, and I want to share this experience and celebrate with you. Feel free to tell me your Christmas stories. Merry expletive Christmas to everyone. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Crypto has changed a lot of people's lives. I saw a story today. A guy sold all his crypto and bought his first house. I'm still waiting to do that out here in Taiwan as well, but crypto has definitely changed my life and given me a financial stability that I never had 3 years ago, or let alone 2 years ago. So I'm really glad for what has happened. I'm excited for what the industry is doing. And yeah, so thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. I will be putting this out on the podcast potentially tonight, if not tomorrow, Taiwanese time. And then last week in Pico will be delayed to probably Tuesday morning or Monday night, you guys' time. And no, it won't be Tuesday. It will be Tuesday night Taiwanese time or Tuesday morning American time. Yes, just because of holidays and stuff. I'm actually, again, off on Monday as well, but I'll still be working on this every now and then. So thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it. Tell me your predictions for crypto in 2022. I'd love to hear them. And then we will chat to you guys during the week.